Wait, do you have precious ears or something?
that thing
That's
hurts
ridiculous.
my ear.
Oh my! How does it hurt your ears when you can't hear anything?
I can hear just fine.
He's getting mad because I told him he needs a hearing aid. He's very upset. Okay, we're not rolling, so it's fine.
What do you mean not rolling? All this is in. And it's been in for the last 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a hearing aid. She has 2 sets of glasses on yesterday, and she's looking for her glasses. One on her head, one was down, and she's like, "Where are my glasses?" Okay.
Oh, I will get you back for that one. Okay, so this is episode 12, and we don't know if there's going to be a part until we finish.
There's not a part. We don't even have a freaking. This is
the title is called Untitled.
I don't think this is episode 12.
Whatever,
it's
it doesn't matter. No one gives a crap.
It's episode 13.
Nobody cares.
And we have no topic of discussion today because nobody wants to plan a topic of discussion.
The title is called Untitled, which is a segue into.
Why are you looking at the board? There's nothing on the board.
I'm not. I'm just staring straight. What do you want me to do?
Okay.
Okay, so
this is the argumentative podcast.
It's called Untitled.
Okay. Let me see if we can get through a bottle of wine.
And this is a segue into our new business venture that is called Untitled.
I'm unaware of this.
It's our gallery.
Okay.
Our art gallery.
Our art gallery?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So we have a new art gallery.
This is what
happens. We
happens.
already have one art gallery.
This is what happens when you have a 4,000 square foot vacant building with street frontage.
So real estate people. So this is a lesson for real estate people because you want to utilize all of your, you want your real estate to be active and utilized, right? You don't just want it sitting there. So we have a commercial space. It's 4,000 square feet. It was a temporary office that we were using, but it's going to be something amazing at some point, but we might have a year or two of downtime, right? So in the interim, we're going to make it an art gallery.
Yes. Well, hopefully it's going to be a brewery.
Could be a brewery, a retail space. It's going to be probably a lot of things.
Or maybe we knock the whole building down.
So it's TBD, but just because we're in the arts district, we're just going to go ahead and create an art gallery. And the art gallery is going to be called Untitled.
It's going to be what kind of art?
It's just going to be cool art. And if you're not into art, a lot of art is
ugly.
Is titled Untitled. So
a lot of art is ugly though.
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, these eyes tell me that there's a lot of ugly art out there.
I mean, it just kind of depends on what you're into.
If you're into ugly art, there's a lot of it out there.
What art do you like? I know you like pictures of planes and things like that.
Cars, cars are great art.
So photography.
And slapping some colors on something and just saying it's art.
Well, art is subjective, and I've been to multiple Basquiat exhibits in the last couple weeks because he's showing in LA. I mean, he's not showing because he's dead, but his pieces are being shown, and it's very subjective.
He uses baseboard. He uses baseboard from Home Depot as his.
He literally does. He used
canvas.
So one of his pieces was a moving blanket, like those quilted blue furniture blankets that we have. So it was literally one of those blankets with a 1x3 frame, just raw lumber.
Okay, so some 1x3. Okay, so you're talking about $8 worth of material so far.
And he just painted the whole entire blanket, and then there was his, classic whatever was on it, a skull or something. But he has kind of a scribbly vibe.
I did that in 5th grade.
Well, yeah, but did your 5th grade painting sell for $10 million? No.
It might.
Is it portrayed? And so what I came to realize is anything in large scale could be.
I'm doing this because she needs to touch my face a lot and she can't find good clips.
Do not touch your face.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. So if you do anything repetitively, that's cool. You know what I mean? So if you do anything, if you draw something, it could be hideous. But if you draw it on a 10x10 canvas, then it's amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what you scribble on. If it's framed nicely, it'll look good. And that's pretty much, all there is to art.
Okay, I'm going to be an artist.
You can, but will you do it? Probably not.
Hey, someone's going to pay me $10 million.
So, well, you have to do it first, and then
will you hang my pieces in the gallery?
Maybe. But it's going to be unknown. So it's untitled and unknown, and the exhibit is basically questioning what is art. It's a very like deep introspective
I question
journey
it. I question it.
What is art. Oh yeah,
Ugly.
I'm thinking of so many ideas that I could do with that topic in mind. What is art? Do you have to be a technical artist to be an artist?
So let me ask you a question.
Huh?
We gonna make money in this building?
I hope so. You got to start somewhere though.
Okay.
But
All right. Behind every artist is some guy calculating the figures. I don't know what it's gonna make. How much money do you have in paint there? What is your cost? What is your raw material cost?
But there's an intrinsic value to art that supersedes time and
so,
materials.
Okay, so we went to the Broad.
Yes, we
Which
did.
is kind of real estate related. Kaufman and Broad, KB Homes. Brody has his own museum.
Yes, that's a great segue.
Yeah. So we went to the Broad. They have a giant table and chairs. I swear to God, it is the exact same table and chairs I bought my mom at Living Spaces. It's just
in the 90s.
It's just much bigger. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how that was art.
Didn't I just say anything bigger makes it better?
Yeah.
Bigger's better.
I know.
So many.
I remember in New York, we were in New York, and you went to. Remember we went up to that. We had walked all the way up these steps to see Negative Space.
Oh yeah, that was really lame.
It was stupid. It was stupid. It was like somebody like took their apartment in New York, which was probably only like 350 square feet, and they basically filled the inside of their apartment with some kind of foam, and then took it all apart and then reassembled it inside this museum, and it was called Negative Space, and it was just white, and it was just like blocks of nothing. And I remember there was no elevator, and it was like on the 6th floor.
Upstairs.
Yeah, we walked all the way up there, and I was like, I looked down, I was like, we walked all the way up here for this stupid shit. Like people were like, oh, we're amazed by it. It was stupid.
You know, real estate people can learn from this because you don't have to have. It's really all about the marketing and the hype. You know what I mean? And
if you're dead. And if you die in a tragic way.
Dead, which doesn't help in the real estate
if you die in a tragic way
situation. But like, no, so many agents, like they have to have everything in place before they actually do anything. Oh, I need a business card. I need a website. I need an Instagram. I need a bunch of followers. I need to have listings. But really at the end of the day, if you just need to do it. That's really the only thing you need to do is just do it.
Yeah, no, that's true. I agree with that. It's just
and artists are a good example of that because apparently you don't even need to know how to draw or paint or anything like that
to be an artist.
But if you just do it and put it out there, it does help if you die young and early. But
do you think that they will use this clip in a commercial for Michaels or Hobby Lobby? I mean, just attracting.
Why would you bring up Michaels? That's so
Lobbies.
unarts.
Oh, sorry.
It's like the Walmart of arts.
Yeah, but I mean, they sell canvases and paint and watercolors.
I guess. No, I mean, if they did, that would be good.
Yeah.
Because we'd probably be getting paid by it.
I mean, Hunter paints by numbers, and then it's sold for like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Exactly. You know.
Okay, this is going nowhere.
Okay, back. So there was a topic. Oh, the untitled.
Untitled.
So, I mean, I think right now real estate agents are struggling.
That is where you came.
Yeah.
That is where you went. You went to Untitled to real estate agents are struggling.
There's
okay.
I
was just letting you run your course.
Okay. Do you want to say something?
No. So yeah, I mean, I will tell you that all of a sudden this last week, what is she writing on the board? Start. You speak, girl. You can speak. Start what? They just have to start. Oh, real estate agents just have to start. Somebody just has to start.
They just have to do it.
Somebody just has to do it.
They have to call.
Isn't the Nike logo? Just do it.
No, but that is true. That is the.
No, it is true. If you're going to do a business, it doesn't matter what the business is. Every excuse you make of why you can't start the business is because you don't have something to start is pretty much a lame excuse. Like, just if you're going to do it, right? Like, everybody. Here's the thing.
Don't make excuses why you didn't.
Well, I know we talked about this like 20 some years ago. Like, everybody wants to run their own business, where everybody has a business idea. That is not unique.
No.
What's unique is actually doing something.
Kind of like all your ideas where you're like, oh, I had that idea, but
I
you didn't
swear
do
I
anything
did.
about it.
What do you mean I didn't do anything about it?
Well, if
That's
you
'cause
did,
you reject my ideas.
Oh, that sounds like
You're
an
a
excuse.
dream killer. You're a
that
dream
sounds
killer.
like an excuse.
Yeah.
No, but everyone has
Give
ideas.
me an idea that I said that I didn't do.
A million.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you've done every idea.
What idea did I say that
all
I
the
didn't happen
time.
that, somebody
I don't know,
got rich
a lot
off
of real estate things. That's for sure.
Okay, well, I'm sorry I couldn't buy a skyscraper.
Sounds like an excuse to
Okay.
me.
Okay.
No, but yeah, if you have to put all excuses aside.
No, you do. You have to just get out and
you're
do
just
it.
lying to yourself.
I didn't have a business card. We didn't have a business card for a good 12 years. I didn't have a business card. I'm like, I had one, but then it was outdated because we changed what we did on it like 15 times.
I mean, there's really no excuse now, although, not to have a business card because they're so cheap and
No,
you get
but-
them in one
but-
day.
But okay, so
And actually, people,
okay,
if
listen.
they've gone its course, no one wants your business
No,
card anymore. They
because-
want your QR
No,
code.
they don't
or
even do
whatever.
that. So it's like you're talking to somebody and they say, oh, well, let me give you my number. Okay, let me just text you right now. Like now you can actually text them and hear their phone
Yeah,
go
they don't
ding.
want your card.
Can you imagine like when we were younger, when we were dating, if like they had texting to where like a girl gives you a number and it turns out it's like her friend's house or her grandma's number because he doesn't really want to give you a real number, but now you just text and it's like ding,
And you know right
like
away.
they couldn't play you, right? It was like ding. Well, how come your phone didn't go off, right? But that's
Sounds silent.
so. But no, it's most people they'll like be like, hey, let me text you, and then it's funny because even when I meet people that I haven't met yet, like I'll just meet them online via email or texting back and forth, whatever the case is. Then you meet them, they hand you your business card. I'm like, dude, I've been talking to
You're
you.
like, what
I
am
have
I
your
gonna do
email,
with
your
this
phone number, your
thing?
name. Like, I don't know, what am I gonna do with your business card?
Exactly. So that's even
but
one
it's
less.
like habit, right? They're like habit. Like, hey, here's my business card. But it's like, dude, I don't need that. I already have you on my phone. But yeah, now it's like easy to do that, and nobody cares if you have a business card.
I mean, people still do have business cards, but I'm going to say within the next couple of years, no one will probably have them.
Yeah,
Because
but
really,
what about,
where do we put them?
But what about? Oh, I was touching my nose, and Denise,
Oh,
Jeez doesn't like that.
Oh my gosh!
If somebody was trying to,
that.
if she was going to use that clip for business cards, no, I can't use it. She gets pissed off.
See, she can say it, but if I said it, you'd be very upset.
I know, but no, but if you're a real estate agent, where are you going to put your picture from 1982 if you don't have a business card?
Your glamour shot?
Yeah.
No, you can't have it. It has to be on your Instagram or your digital business card or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even have a digital
I'm just going to
business
say this.
card,
If you're a real estate agent and you have a business card with your picture on it, nobody gives a shit what you look like. Please just take your picture off.
I mean,
it
if they
doesn't
do
matter.
care what you look like, it's probably like for a seedy, reason. Not good.
But then whenever you see like a young, good-looking girl on a business card, a really old lady shows up. And you're
Because
like,
her picture's from 1975.
yeah, you're like, is this your granddaughter? Yeah.
It's like super blurry.
It's super
has like
blurry.
Vaseline on the lens.
It's got the Barbara Walters filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows who Barbara Walters is.
What do you mean no one knows who Barbara Walters is? Really?
Only old people. She's not on TV anymore.
Well, she's dead, isn't she?
No, I don't think she died. I think she's
she
still
died.
alive.
Can,
Well, that would be more reason for people not to know her if she's dead.
Okay, whatever. Well, can you look up Barbara Walters and see if she's dead?
Wait,
I like to know now.
cameraman, do you know who Barbara Walters is? See, he has no idea. He has no clue.
He's like 12.
No. She did die.
She must have been ranked in the COVID.
Last
she died
year.
of COVID. She died of COVID? Yeah, she died of COVID.
Oh, I forgot that she died. Was she like 98 or something? 93. She's pretty old.
Yeah, she got the COVID and broke her hip.
Okay.
So.
So.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say before you interrupted me, was for whatever reason this last week, all of a sudden, a flood of new accounts and agents saying that their listings are falling apart and they're going to offer management services. So we're seeing a bunch of contracts go out.
Yes. Sign of the times.
Like literally, it just
sure.
like it like was kind of bouncing along, just doing normal activity of business, and it like spiked. So now all of a sudden we're hearing agents say, yeah, the home's not selling, and seeing it mostly in homes that are over like say
8.
close to 8, 8 and above, because now it's just becoming so expensive to purchase those homes. And I know like the cash buyers,
7.6%.
the cash buyers are staying in the 6-7 range, and lower.
Probably.
Like
yeah.
they're not wanting to buy a $900,000 rental.
Unless they're Asian, then sky's the limit.
No. Asians are 20% of the cash buyers. They're Chinese. That's the market.
I
So,
know.
but they're not buying those. So we're seeing a lot of agents all of a sudden calling saying, "Hey, all of a sudden they're like wanting help getting their first contract out," which is good. I mean, it's good for us, anyways. It's
Yeah, and what we suggest, figure it out now. Don't wait till you're sitting in front of your client trying to stumble through the system.
So I talked to an agent. Okay, so we were at an event. I spoke at the event. We then, Yvonne went around at the event and spoke at length with everybody at the event. And this person called and said, "Oh, I thought you were just a referral." I was like, "Oh my God." So what we found is people are just so used to it being referral.
Referring equals give away and never see your client again.
Yeah,
That's what a referral is.
They're not hearing us. They're just literally not hearing us. So we're having to retrain the market.
Different than affiliate.
Yeah, they're having to retrain. So they're having to all of a sudden retrain the market because they're not understanding that it's not a referral. It's you're keeping the client.
It's a partnership.
Exactly. And so we've been kind of struggling with that. But I think that the younger demographic gets it a little bit easier than the older demographic, just because if you've been doing the same thing for 30 years, it's so hard to just change your thought process.
I think it's a listening issue, but let's just clarify it. So a referral program is where you refer your client to another company, third-party company, and basically you give them your client. The chances of you seeing that client again
is almost zero.
Is probably zero.
Yeah, they're not going to give it back.
So if you're referring your client to other property management companies because they can't sell and they're going to rent, I mean, every property management company in California is a brokerage. Most of them sell houses. So the chance of you getting that client back to sell their house in a year or 2 or 3 is pretty much nil.
Yeah.
As opposed to an affiliate program, which you want to explain the affiliate?
Well, the affiliate program is basically where we are sharing the customer. We're handling the management. You're retaining them for their relationship for future sales and acquisition, and then we're splitting the revenue. Is what's happening. We're splitting the revenue
split,
and so it's
is not what you get in referral.
No, and I'm telling this guy I talked to, and he was cool, and he goes, "Wait a minute. Every single month I'm going to pay." He's like, "Holy shit." He goes, "This is brilliant. This is literally brilliant." And I go, "I understand, but why can't we get more people to grasp that, right?" And they're doing it slowly.
Well, okay, a referral program, you'll get a one-time payment of whatever, $500, $1,000.
Well, you ain't getting $1,000 for a property management referral.
Oh, well, whatever.
You're gonna get like $200.
Okay, fine. 200. So a referral is you send me your client, I'll give you a one-time whatever, $200, $500, and that's all you ever get. And the chances of you ever getting that client back is low. So as opposed to affiliate, where you get paid every single month that we have that client. So you could be getting paid for years, decades.
Yeah, no, seriously. We have clients that we've had for 18 years.
So you can get paid on the leasing
over
piece.
and over and over again every time it leases, and every single month, every time we collect rent, you get paid over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So there's just a continuous pipeline.
And that allows you to build residual income, right? And you build a portfolio that, at the end of the day could, I mean, when we were at the real estate conference, I was talking to agents, and it's like, okay, think about all the clients that you referred to other companies or totally ignored because they weren't going to list your house. If you've been an agent for, any length of time, that could be 10, 20, 30, 40 different clients. I mean, you don't even pay attention to them because as soon as they say they're not going to list, you pretty much cross them off your list. But think if you retained all those clients, and for every client you're getting, $100. I mean, you could be making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, totally residual, totally passive, using this process.
True. Think of all the macaroni art people threw away that they could hang in your gallery. Untitled.
And that
too.
No, it's true though, because you don't even remember the people that you ignored, basically.
Yeah.
Because you write them off as soon as they're not going to list. You totally write them off. That's just normal. But in this case, you're not doing that. Every client is valuable. It's a retention tool. And we're proof of concept because we have a portfolio of whatever, 700, 800 properties. And we've never been on a listing appointment in our whole entire lives in the 20 plus years that we've been brokers. Why? Because we don't need to, because we get listings from our property management portfolio. And that's what we're trying to explain to people.
Man, you get rolling. You just like spit it out there.
Well, that's what it is, right?
Okay, but I just have a question for you.
Yes.
This is a serious question. Why, when they do macaroni art, they only do elbows?
That's
you ever
not
think
true.
about that?
No,
I never see
no.
rigatoni or bucatini or anything
Well, my
like
question
that.
to you is, how much macaroni art have you really looked
Quite
at?
a bit.
I think not.
Quite a bit.
Because, you know, they
I
use
just went-
orzo, you know, they use orchetti. I've seen all kinds of macaroni art,
I
actually.
think we should take a poll. I want to know.
Bucatini.
Okay, I want to know how many people have used bucatini in their macaroni art.
I'm gonna commission you for a macaroni art piece that we're gonna hang in the Untitled gallery,
I'll make a badass piece.
and we're gonna see who buys it.
I'll make a badass piece.
Put a big price tag on it.
It'll be buyer unknown.
No, it's artist unknown.
It'll be buyer
The
unknown.
buyer we're gonna know because they're gonna give us their credit
They're
card.
going to give us your
Okay.
credit card.
The artist is unknown.
Do you want more wine?
Okay. But so right. So I think so look, agents, you have to figure out this program before the event comes up, because you don't want to be stumbling through it with your client. You want to have, you know, some kind of pitch situated. It's not hard.
No, you want to. Well, yeah, you want to be able to already be able to use it as a resource, already have knowledge on it, be able to tell them how it
Yes.
works, be able to explain the fundamentals.
It's a
of
tool. I mean, you don't like go to the job site and start like opening the package of the tool at the job site, right? You'll
it.
look
Well,
like an idiot.
hold on.
You need to
Hold on.
acclimate,
Hold
you know,
on.
familiarize yourself with it.
I would disagree with you there. Millennials and Gen Zs would get to the job site and then Google how to
Start
do it.
Opening and
They'd be
prying
watching.
open the package.
They would be watching a YouTube video of how to do it at the job site.
But you don't want to do that in front of
Yeah,
your
no,
client.
it's
you
not
want to
good.
be like, oh yeah, you're not going to list.
Well, you
okay,
want to
no
act
worries.
like you do it all the time, so it gives
Exactly.
them confidence, right? Like you never want to be
Yes.
like, "You're my first customer."
Because ultimately, you're telling. Ultimately, property management is going to be another tool in your toolbox. So you're talking to your client. They don't want to list right now for obvious reasons. You know what? It's not a problem. Let me rent the house for you. I have a property management company that I partner with. They can lease it for you, or I can lease it for you. Whatever the situation. But the point is, you have your pitch down. You can sign them up within a couple minutes, maybe less, and it's seamless. You're not like, you know, struggling on your phone or your laptop trying to log on. What was that again? You want to look like you have all your, you know, ducks in a row, and that creates trust.
Well, yeah, I mean, just gives the appearance that you know what you're doing, which is confidence, and confidence creates trust, right?
You want your client to have confidence in you.
Yeah.
You want to be that go-to person that now when you refer to another customer, you're not having anything to do with it. In this case, you're the guy or the girl with all the connections. They can look to you no matter what kind of real estate situation they're in. So that's a good thing. You want to be a resource. And that's really the key to success and the key to retaining clients, is being as resourceful as possible. You don't want to be a one-trick pony. You want to have resources.
Well, you know what's funny is, so since we've opened up the retail store, and we're doing, Holt and Palm, home goods, furniture, art, all that. At first, I thought it was kind of weird. I thought people would think like, "Oh, are you not focused on real estate?" You know, just even though we are hyper focused and we have teams that are focused on it, I thought maybe the perception would be a little bit different.
We're close together.
Well, yeah,
not like it's a
stuff goes inside.
carnival,
Stuff
you know?
goes inside the house. I get it. Stuff goes inside the house. But what I was going to say is, I'm actually blown away by the number of either agents or even clients that come through here, and they're like, "This is cool," and they'll have conversation with us. They'll have a meeting, and then like, "Yeah, I'm going to walk around your store right now." And where I was kind of
It's a
at
cool
first,
store.
I was first thinking like it might have been a little bit like off-putting, like maybe it's
Yeah,
just
you
it's
thought it was
just
gonna
too
be
different.
hokey?
No, it was gonna be hokey. I knew it was gonna look good, but I just thought maybe it would have been a little bit different, and it would have thrown people off. But when people come in and see it, they're like, these are badass offices. They like look at our offices, they look at the environment, they hear the music playing, they're looking at the store, and they're when they see it, it's not normal. And so they're kind of blown away by it, but I haven't had one person say, this a distraction? I've had everybody comes in, says, I love it, looks around. I mean, we have clients that'll come in and they'll leave with a candle,
it's
right?
Complimentary.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a car dealership, they might think that was weird or something totally
maybe
off topic, but
maybe.
no, it's complimentary. So
yeah, well, I mean, and I think
sense.
that the point too is like sometimes you think in your own mind that that's a problem or maybe that's a stumbling block, but other people see something totally different, right? They're not seeing the same things that you're seeing, and you know, so sometimes you think, you know, hey, I don't maybe this doesn't look professional, not our stuff, but I mean it looks professional, but I'm just saying like maybe like where you're like, hey, maybe what I'm doing doesn't seem professional, or it seems, you know, people are going to look at me and think I'm, you know, too young, or I don't know this or that. But the thing is people are looking
past that point now.
Are you saying I'm too old?
No, but I don't think anyone's going to look at you saying you're too young.
Oh, people look at me all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
They say, "Is your dad here?" That's what they say.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
my mistake.
You know, I didn't interrupt you on your infomercial.
Did you lose your train of thought?
No, I didn't
youngin?
lose my train of Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
No, so at the bottom line is the store's good. That's what you're saying, right?
No, I'm just saying is we oftentimes have an image of ourselves or what we're doing that is not necessarily reflecting what the client is seeing. They see something totally different. You know, it's just a lot of times too, like sometimes we'll cringe like when, you know, a staff member will write an email and we'll have read it later and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that.
We're extra judgmental.
No, we're like super critical. And then we're like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. But then you look at the reply from the client and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they even wrote that. Do they not have a spell?
They're both drooling at both sides of their mouths.
Yeah. So I think, you know, the point being was, you know, not being so hypercritical about your work, about what you do.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which really circles back to the whole art thing too.
My goodness. Go ahead.
Because when you're creating art, you tend to, unless, you know, I'm not even going to say unless you're Picasso, but because he also, it was funny, I just read this quote about Picasso, and he said it took him so Picasso is a technical artist, but then we all know he draws like, you know, the eyes down here. He draws these like non-representational pieces or paints. And he said, it only took me like 4 years to paint like Raphael, you know, meaning like the great artist who painted the ceilings of the Basilica. But he said it took me a whole lifetime to paint. But basically,
oh my God, you forgot what you were going to say?
Basically, I don't want to say paint like a child. I don't remember the exact quote.
Okay.
But basically,
you're saying ruined this.
It is harder to do a non-representational image because anyone can look at something and copy it, basically. But to come up with something that's your own.
I get what you're saying, and I can actually validate that point. So in construction, we're working on a house. So we come into a house, it's got subfloors, meaning it's raised foundation. When you're talking construction, that's the easiest way to change stuff, right? So in other words, your kitchen, your bathrooms, they can be anywhere because I can crawl under the house and I can just move the lines. It's not a big deal. So you tell the homeowner, okay, look, we have a blank slate. Here's the exterior boundaries of your house. What would you like? 99% of the time, 99% of the time they go, oh, I want the kitchen right where the kitchen's already at. I want the bathroom right. They can't
reimagine the space.
No, because once they've seen it, right? And so people are like that.
You can't unsee it.
No, it's like if you show somebody a car for the first time and you're like, here's a car, now draw me a car.
It has 4 wheels and
2 mirrors, exactly. So to have somebody say, it does take a creative mind to be able to say,
rethink something.
Yeah, it's not going to have 4 wheels. It's going to have 3 wheels, or it's going to have 5 wheels. You know, whatever the case is.
Or one wheel
unicycle car. Okay. Remember, I said, even though they're creative, doesn't mean it can't be ugly. But no,
that is
true. But I've done that time and time again with homeowners who want to do something different. And it's funny because they start the conversation, I want to radically change my house. I want people to walk in and go, wow, this is totally different. So I'm like, okay, so what do you want to do? Let's talk about it. And just want to sketch it down on paper. And I'm like, well, that looks just like what I just walked into. How is that radically changing it? Oh, well, they can't see that change.
Yeah. Most people are not creative.
No. And then if you show them, then they're like, then they'll look at it and, and then oftentimes they'll call back, I like it, but it takes them a minute to adjust.
Thinking outside the box.
No, it is very true.
Process that we're talking about is thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Because most agents do not think of themselves as like, oh, I offer property management, or I'm going to partner with a company, or I'm going to retain this client for 4 years, or, that sort of thing.
No, because they're
it's like the here and the now,
yeah.
In the immediate.
Well, no, or this is what I've been taught. This is what I've been, this is what I read about. This is what, my guru that I follow did, or whatever the case is, so they're kind of on that same pattern, and it's hard for them to deviate from that, but it's kind of like when I tell you something and then you don't like it, or you don't listen to it, then 3 minutes later you go, hey, I had this great idea, and you regurgitate it right back to me as if it's like genius. It's genius.
I don't really know what you're talking about.
I can. There's a couple of episodes here in the podcast where I have said something, and then you said, well, no, it's like this instead, and you've basically said the same thing just in different words.
Okay. We'll have. Is there a playback that I can look
at? We will have the sound cut. Edit that and play that back.
Okay. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess the bottom line or the moral of the story is, look, you just got to do it. The market does suck right now. This is how we're going to leave it.
Okay. So forget the market. I forget that. You guys all know it sucks. Let's not talk about that anymore. What are you doing with this gallery? Can we at least throw that out there? You have this gallery.
Okay. So I have a commercial space. I have a commercial space that's not being used. It's underutilized, meaning it's not generating any revenue. No one's doing anything with it. So, I am going to make it into an art gallery. I'm going to make it into an art gallery, and
is this going to be just a typical white wall art gallery?
It's actually going to be an anti-art gallery. I already have a kind of a traditional art gallery that's adjacent to our offices, if you've been here. But so this is on Holt Boulevard, and after getting a lot of inspiration from my Basquiat exhibitions and visits, it's going to be like kind of an anti-gallery where it's not white walls, it's black walls, and it's going to be art that I feel like inspires. And we're just going to question the idea of like, what is art? And I'm not going to worry about, is this fine art? Are my canvases, perfect? Or, what kind of wood is, the frame wrapped in?
So what kind of art would you say, if you could describe it, like street art? Like,
I would say I don't want to necessarily categorize art. It's just going to be anything that you look at and it's just like it's like inspiring. And I feel like it has to be big, it has to be bold, it has to be different. It's not going to be a bowl of fruit or anything like that. If our listeners wanted to come see your art, when is the best time for them to come see the art? So, opening day. Yes, but what I'm asking is, like come to the store? Oh my goodness. Well, we don't really have. Aren't you doing an event called Third Saturday? Yeah, I'm sorry. Boy. Okay, yes, Third Saturdays. So this is why we need to write stuff on the whiteboard? We are doing something called Third Saturdays, which every third Saturday we're having an art exhibit. The next one is October 21st. So, although the new gallery won't be open then, but we are having an art exhibit. It's photographic exhibit. Okay, so third Saturdays of every month, 12 times a year. Yes. And where is it at? Downtown? It's in downtown Ontario Arts District. It's located in our office/shop/gallery, Holt and Palm, 115 South Palm Avenue. And this kind of coincides with the whole Just Do It, because, all of the things that you'll see here if you come to Holt and Palm were of the moment. We're not planned. We're pivoted, right? We're We just flexed
kinda
to
made do
the
in the moment.
situation.
Yeah, whatever.
So we have a store, but we didn't mean to have a store. You know, we have
and
a
we're-
gallery, but we didn't mean to have a gallery. We have offices.
And so for our third Saturday, we're trying to involve the other developers in the area. We're asking other galleries to be open. And
Yeah, we're
basically,
hustling.
we are wanting to put downtown Ontario on the map when it comes to art.
Yes,
and if
and
you're-
everything, really.
If you're not familiar with what's happening in downtown Ontario, there's a ton of development. There's a ton of buildings getting ready to be demolished on Holt. New
It's an
transportation.
up and coming area for
Yeah,
sure
new
in the Inland Empire.
New transportation corridors going in right in front of us. So there's a lot of stuff happening. So for real estate, it's great. For development, it's great. There's a huge amount of opportunity. But no, it's just it's definitely an up and coming area, and so we're excited to be a part of that. So
Yes.
I think that'll be really good. So we're inviting everybody out to come see it. And even if you're interested in investing in real estate, investing in mixed use, in getting in development, we encourage you to come out because there's so much happening. And
It really is.
we're super involved with the city in multiple ways.
I do feel like Ontario is almost like the future, like Silver Lake, or
I think bigger than Silver Lake.
well, yeah, but it
We're
has that
getting-
vibe though. Like it's an up and coming
I mean,
area.
there's talk we're getting a resort in Ontario with 7 pools.
Getting resort, but what
LA
I'm
Live is happening, kind of, but at the
yes, I mean there's a lot of things. I mean Ontario is a big city, obviously. We have the airport, we have the arena, we have the convention center, and there's so many things happening on that side. But our real estate is great too. I mean, we have so many craftsman homes, Spanish bungalows, mid-century homes that are underutilized.
well, yeah,
and
their neighbors are starting to turn.
affordable.
Yeah,
And these areas are ripe to grow. The downtown's ripe to grow. We're art centered. So I think we have all the ingredients to be something great, within the next, 5 to 10 years.
yeah. If you're investing in real estate and you can withstand the downturn, put a renter in there,
Mm-hmm.
and hold on to those properties, there's definitely going to be a huge upside as that
For
changes.
sure. Or have a business or
Yeah.
anything like
So
that.
there's a lot of cool stuff happening. So, all right, cool. Well, this was a good episode. What was it called again? It was
Untitled.
Untitled. All right, so it'll be called Untitled.
Oh, and come to our show. Third Saturday. I think it's November 18th.
Third Saturday.
It's October 21st is the next one. I'm pretty
And then
sure November 18th
Yes.
is the next one after that. And you can follow us on Instagram at Holton Palm, HOLTXPALM,
Yep.
and subscribe and
Yep.
all the other things.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, this is Damien. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed listening to us ramble about real estate and property management. Don't forget to check out all our social media and visit our website for wholesale property management. You can find the link in the bio. If you have topics, questions, or crazy situations you want us to talk about, send us a message. See you on the next episode of ModTalk.